What's up guys, Bajir here. So I've got 10 pretty interesting questions that I've been asked to answer, and I'm up for it, so let's do it. So the first question is, what got me into gaming? Well, when I was a little dude, and I used to hang out with my friends across the street, they had a Super Nintendo, and I thought that was like the coolest thing in the world. Honestly, I didn't even play it all that much. I was just like really excited to go over to their house, hang out with them, and watch them play DuckTales or some like skateboarding game or like Jurassic Park or something, and I was just like sitting there like the whole time. I mean, so what got me into gaming is just probably my friends across the street having their Super Nintendo, and eventually I got a Super Nintendo of my very own, and then it sort of went from there. But I've always been very, very enthralled with gaming, whether it's playing myself or watching just gameplay in general. That's pretty much what got me into that.
Hey guys, Hobbs here. What got me into gaming, it was basically the Atari 2600. Of course, there were arcade games before, but that was my first home console. Got playing the Combat, got playing the Adventure, which you were a little block cube, and you basically ran around fighting dragons, collecting different items. There was 3 levels of difficulty, and from that point on, as the new systems came out, I got the new systems, and it's been a part of my whole life. And I've loved watching the whole gaming industry evolve. Not just the game itself, but just seeing how the graphics, the textures, everything's changed over the last 30 years.
I've been gaming since I was young, and being old, I would say I'm pretty old for most of you gamers out there. That's quite a long time. I received the original Nintendo, the NES, for Christmas when I was, I believe, 6, maybe 7. I don't know, that's whenever it came out. And I haven't stopped gaming since. So I've been a gamer my entire life, I'd say.
Alright, what got me into gaming was definitely one of my close friends. Back when we were like probably 10-ish years old, N64 was really popular, and he had an N64 system, and you know, I was over his house a lot, and I started playing it, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna get this, you know, and N64 was very popular then, so I love that. And it was a good times playing that. And then I eventually got into StarCraft from another friend, and then eventually Warcraft 3, and then WoW from an additional friend. So pretty much friends influenced me, definitely.
What got me into gaming? I'm a guy, you know. Guys tend to be gamers by nature. But my first gaming console was Sega Mega Drive when I was, I think, 5 years old, and in the States they call that the fuck do they call it? Genesis. You call it Genesis. That was my first console, and that got me into gaming, and I've gamed ever since. The first competitive game online I played was Unreal Tournament 99. That game was fantastic.
The World of Warcraft episode of South Park actually made me want to get the game. I have no idea why, but I just feel like some people are born gamers, and I think I'm one of those people. I was a console gamer before I played PC games. I mean, that's just how it was. So, World of Warcraft was nothing new to me as far as the games go.
When I was a lot younger, for Christmas, my grandparents got me and my brother a Nintendo 64 and Mario 64. And that's basically what got me into gaming. I was a Nintendo fanboy. I started playing World of Warcraft when I was in like middle school or something.
Just about ever since I was a little toddler, like 3 years old, I've been playing like Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo, and it just went from there. Like from Super Mario World, I went to the N64 when that came out in like '96. Then I went to like StarCraft, and then Warcraft 2, then Warcraft 3, then World of Warcraft, and here I am today. So it's probably just the fact that I had a Super Nintendo as a kid. I just kind of continued with consoles, and then StarCraft came out, and then boom, I went to PC, and yeah, that's about it.
I would have to say probably my whole family. Like, my father has been into technology since it started. Like, I'm pretty sure that he was probably one of the top 20 people to even have a computer in Australia or use one at work. That's probably the better thing. And I think just in general of just him being around computers and whatnot, it just sort of gravitated to, probably show my age a little bit here, watching the parents and their friends have a couple of beers and play like Pong or whatever and something like that. So, it's just, it was just there, and it's just always been around my family. And, even my grandparents had an Atari, so I'd have to say my family.
pretty much I've gamed all my life since I was really little. My uncle gave me his Atari, and I played that a little bit, but I mostly started with Nintendo. You know, Zelda, Mario Brothers, and I don't know, Contra. They were all those old games, right? And I did a little bit of arcades, then kind of went up the console progression, Super NES, Nintendo 64, and whatever. But as soon as like StarCraft and Battlefield and a lot of PC games came out, I completely switched over from console to PC, and I started getting into a lot of Battlefield. And my little sister, her screen name is Zuki, and she's 5 years younger than me. She got me into WoW. She was always begging me. She was like, come on, you gotta come play WoW. You gotta spend time with your little sister. Just come over. I'll give you gold, because she did a lot of auction house, so she was like rich in the game. And she's like, I'll give you all the gold you need. Just come over, try the game for free. And so I did, and just to hang out with her. And I really liked it. So I got into PvP right away, PvE. And got to thank my little sister because she helped me out and got me into the game and took care of me, helped me level and stuff. And then her and I, we switched to Darkspear at some point, and I played a lot of Darkspear Horde, did PvP on Horde side, and finally came over to DaraMactire on the ally side. So that's pretty much my whole story. I've played games since I was really little, and I plan to play games until forever, till I'm really old. And, you know, I'll teach my kids to play games.
I've been gaming for as long as I can remember, from the Game & Wristwatch from Nintendo to started out on a Commodore 64 PC gaming, Atari 2600. So I've been gaming forever. I also do tabletop, do Warhammer, War Machine, even played BattleTech. I also play pen and paper games. Back in the day I played D&D, some VTM, and I'm getting ready to put together a Shadowrun campaign if I can ever find the time. So I do all kinds of gaming, and I'll probably never stop.